Welcome back to Post Time and happy Halloween. Our first round of the Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fun Finals took center stage at Harrington Raceway. Let's check out our new Sire Stakes champs for 2-year-olds. In the freshman trotting colts division, Masterclave took home his 4th straight win, this one in 202-1.
They race up the backstretch. Masterclave leads by a length and a half. Command the Fire moves up into second. Master Kingpin drops back third. On the outside, that's Dusty Fool. Dropping back a bit, you got a winner, 3/4, 132-2. Coming around the final turn, Masterclave. The lead is 2.5. Command the Fire races second. Dusty Fool is up into third. Following Dusty Fool and going 3 wide is Kirby and Command, who made the break at the start. They straighten away, and all alone is Masterclave. The lead is about 4 lengths coming through the stretch. Masterclave holding second. Command of Fire coming on the outside is Kirby in Command. Farther out jigs, it's Masterclave.
Driver Ross Woofenden guided Masterclave, who is undefeated, for owner and breeder Ben Brooks. The son of Master Levesque, who's trained by John Wilkerson, set all the fractions and won by over 5 lengths.
I'm joined by winning driver Ross Woofenden in our first of 4 Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fun Final events. Ross, you've been involved with a lot of good young trotters in the DSBF program. Of course, the horse Windshield that you had with Les Gibbons and many others over the years. This one's off to a fantastic start. Tell us about him.
He's just a good juvenile. He's done nothing wrong. We've done a little vet work as we've come along. Was on a little bit on the right line, and John's done a good job and got him off it.
This horse has 4 starts, and through every line he's had 1 driver. You, tell us how you got involved with this horse.
Well, actually, I wasn't listed on it. Vic chose over because he drives a lot for Lee Raymer, and they called me up to come qualify him, and we just progressed from there.
Well, Ross, congratulations. Your night has started out on the right foot in the first of 4 $100,000 Breeders' Fun Final events. We'll bring in John Wilkerson. Thank you, Ross. Trainer of the winner, Masterclave. John, you had the dam, Dilly Dally Delia. He looks a lot like her.
He's coming around pretty good, just like her.
Tell us about him and of course, your experience with Dilly Dally Delia. She was a top mare on this circuit for a number of years, and much like him, she was also one that liked to be aggressive and near the leader on the front early.
Yeah, early in his breaking him, he wasn't quite as gated like she was, but now, after 3 or 4 starts, he's really getting just about like she was.
Well, John, congratulations.
Next up, let's see our 2-year-old trotting filly winner, Meantrotnjean, with a 202-1 score.
They hit the backstretch. Meantrotnjean on the outside goes up and gets the lead. Meantrotnjean, Willamille Anna back to second. On the outside, Spoonful moves up, following his Love is Blind. Then his Political Energy and Go Senorita. They go by 3/4. Meantrotnjean by almost 3. 3/4, 131-2 into the far turn. Meantrotnjean widens. The lead is now 4 or 5 lanes. Spoonful outside of Willamille Anna, 3 wide. Love is Blind begins to gain. They come toward the top of the stretch. Meantrotnjean, a 5-length leader. On the far outside, Love is Blind up into second, coming through the stretch. Meantrotnjean, Love is Blind closing the gap, coming toward the wire. Meantrotnjean with Love is Blind. Here comes the wire. Meantrotnjean's got it. Love is Blind and Willamille Anna. 202-1.
Owned and bred by Rodney Mitchell Jr., Meantrotnjean was victorious for trainer Lee Raymer. The CR Commando filly maintained a big lead going to the 3/4 and overpowered her rivals for her 2nd career win. With Alan Davis in the driver's seat, Meantrotnjean rewarded her supporters by paying $29.40 for a $2 win wager. In the 2-year-old pacing colts division, it was Henry the Dragon as a dominant winner in 153-1.
As they race up the back stretch, Henry the Dragon, followed by Hawley's Comet on the outside, moving up his Rat Tail. Down inside, Wake Up and Go. Alongside his Automatic Dragon, they go by 3/4 in 125-1. They race into the far turn. Henry the Dragon's got the lead. It's 2 lengths. Hawley's Comet giving chase in second on the outside. That's Rat Tail. They come over toward the top of the stretch, and Henry the Dragon has gone off by 4 or 5 lengths, turning for home. Henry the Dragon with a big lead as they straighten away. Henry the Dragon, Hawley's Comet down the inside. Here comes Wake Up and Go as they come toward the wire. Henry the Dragon is all alone. Henry the Dragon is in front. Then it's Wake Up and Go and Hawley's Comet at 153-1.
Henry the Dragon is owned by George Teague Jr., who also bred the colt with Elmer Fannin. The son of Custard the Dragon won by 6 lengths for trainer Clyde Francis. He was driven by Montreal Teague and is now 3 for 3 in his career, and his 153-1 win equaled the track record for 2-year-old pacing colts at Harrington Raceway.
I'm joined by winning driver Montreal Teague aboard Henry the Dragon, who was a 153-1 winner to remain unbeaten and taking the DSBF final for 2-year-old pacing colt and geldings. Montreal, tell us about this colt.
He's been a nice colt training down. Him and Rat Tail were mainly the 2 best ones that we thought, and I did both of them, raced both of them, and I picked him over Rat Tail, and it worked out.
Obviously, on paper, this one, judging by the 2 elimination wins, you know, a third-party observer may say he looks a little bit better, but was it a difficult choice for you at all, or did the draw come into play, or did you have your mind made up that Henry the Dragon was the one you were going to drive?
The draw definitely came into play, but training down, Rat Tail was the best one. Me and Dad knew that, and he said, you pick whichever one you want, you'll be down all of them you pick, and I picked the right one this time, but training down Rat Tail was definitely better than this one.
Take us through the race, undefeated, almost cut my hair, was coming at you there, going toward the quarter. Looked like you two were going at it through the half, and at the end, you prevailed with ease.
Yeah, I didn't want to keep him out there like that. I wish it was on better terms and other stuff happened, but I thought mine was better on the front, and I had to take my spot. I had to pick my spot, and it's already worked out. It had to work out that way, but it worked out good for us.
Well, congratulations, Montreal. Also want to bring in owner George Teague, who had a lot of activity in that race with 3 horses, and you've got a busy night with a number of horses in the consolations and then in the filly final as well. Tell us about Henry the Dragon.
He's a little bit more of a surprise to me than a few of them. He was a little bit late comer than Rat Tail and Stay in Your Place. And another horse I got I like a lot named Demir. And he just popping up at the right time, I guess, because he's kind of surprising me with the 53.
Tell us about his dad. We haven't seen a lot of Custer the Dragon's offspring. He was a wickedly fast horse. Does he remind you at all of him?
Yeah, he had a mark of like 51 as a 2-year-old, but I think he took a mark of 47, set the world's record at the Meadows, 47 apiece. Very nice horse, kind of small in stature like Henry is, but all guts, and maybe he's going to carry a little bit of his traits.
Well, George, we wish you continued success at Dover Downs with your several horses in the Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund program.
Finally, in the $100,000 final for freshman pacing fillies, it was Logan's Girl, crossing the wire in 156.
Midway up the back stretch, Spanish Dream is the leader. The lead is 2.5. In second is Logan's Girl, followed by West Wind Riding Lee, who's still third. Heart Pressure fourth. Outcome Spinpressive. 3/4, 127-1. They race on the far turn with Spanish Dream having the lead. Logan's Girl's racing in second, followed by West Wind Riding Lee, who moves to the outside at the top of the stretch, turning for home, and Spanish Dream's got the lead. Logan's Girl comes to the outside, coming through the stretch. Here comes Logan's Girl on the outside after Spanish Dream. Logan's Girl on the outside. Logan's Girl beats Spanish Dream. Western Riding Lee, way back, Spinpressive, 156.
Ross Woofenden was in the bike for Logan's Girl, who's owned by Joanne Looney King. The daughter of Roddy's Bags Again is bred by Winback Farm. Trainer Jim King Jr. had 3 go-to-post in this event, while 1 King trainee, Lily's Bags Are Packed, went off stride at the start. Logan's Girl was first, and the 1-9 stablemate favorite, Spanish Dream, took second.
We're joined by Ross Woofenden for the second time tonight in the $100,000 finals after winning the 2-year-old trotting colt and gelding final with Masterclave. We're back with Logan's Girl. If somebody were to ask me a Jim King Jr. filly was going to win the filly final tonight, I probably would have said Spanish Dream. Tell us about Logan's Girl.
I agree with you, Spanish Dream. Logan Girl, I drove her first start. She raced very nice. She's gotten a little stronger, and tonight was the night to perform.
Now tell us, going into the race, obviously, admittedly, we talked about Spanish Dream and her credentials. You got a great trip behind her. How did she feel throughout the mile, and when you got your chance at the top of the stretch, did you feel you had enough?
Actually, during the mile, she was very, very strong in the first half. Vic got away with me a couple, and then she just gathered herself up without pulling so hard and dug in up the top of the lane.
You drove this filly in the very first start of her career. That was 4 starts prior. Picked it up here back in the final. Did you see any changes from her from the first night you drove her to now?
Obviously improved. I mean, that was her first start, and drawing the rail, that don't hurt. Everything worked out good.
Well, congratulations to Ross Wolfenden, who's had quite a night, winning 2 Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fun Finals.
Congratulations to all the freshman Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund winners from the first round of the 2016 season.